we have been focusing on, well, we did finish up doing all of the looting in the Skellige Islands, including all the tiny little islands and smugglers' caches in the middle of the water. So that meant that we had a ton of things. We had what amounted to 1,400 something weight units worth of items. And so we sold everything that we could sell to IBR. And then, after having done that, made him broke. We then proceeded to craft as many things as we could craft with him. And now that he has more money than us, we are going to turn around and start selling things back to him at this time. So that's the plan. And let's see. So we did focus on crafting a bunch of swords for the most part, but didn't necessarily get a great short-term option. So wouldn't necessarily rule out switching over and using one of these swords if we happen to have come across a good one. We're really looking for the crit. Crit and then enough base damage that it is potentially worth justifying, say, sacrificing a little bit of crit, because that's probably what's going to happen, because we have 104% critical hit damage bonus, which is just ginormous from our existing weapon. We're probably not going to get that high up. We might only get as high as 75. But is 15 base damage enough to warrant that swap? This one's 22 higher. Okay, so I think in that case, we're definitely looking at selling these, and this would be the best contender. Maybe we'll hold on to this and give this further thought. Now we're getting already to our Relic Rarity stuffs. Okay, we're not selling any of the Witcher stuff that we just created, but Relic Rarity. Hold on. Start with you. So, speaking of critical hit damage bonus, I mean, it's not as good as the magic sword we were just looking at, strangely enough. So, at least from a crit standpoint. It does have the bleeding chance as well, though. This one's just a lower level version. What I do like to do with the Relic Rarity swords, though, or Relic Rarity items in general, is actually take a look at dismantling them and see what kinds of things we get out of them first. Because at times we find we get some pretty solid items. Like even this, giving us diamond radium ore and glowing ore ingots. I think those are quite rare. We probably do, in fact, want to break this. I mean, this is not even a relic item, but we do that. And just generally try to get silver and other valuable things that are kind of hard to get. So we should perhaps... Whoa! Take a look at the damage. To see if it's an upgrade. Because that's a lot better than what we have right now. Let's hold on to that one. That could very well be our new steel or silver sword, strangely enough, even though it's not a very high rarity one. But that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's just basically break down everything that gives us silver. Or meteorite silver. And then it will start to cost us a bit, I think, because we have a lot of it. But, I mean, you could perhaps make the case that we have enough silver already to make everything that we're going to want to make, but I think it is still going to be a nice luxury to have no shortage of silver. I suppose it's easy enough to buy as well from vendors, but okay, also, which was the one that I was just saying we would probably want to keep? This, maybe this one? This one's actually a little bit... Oh, no, this one has same type of crit damage, or actually better crit damage, but lower base damage. So that one, and it's a lower level, so... Okay, probably going to sell it in that case as well, or break it down into components. As with this, yeah, this is the type of weapon that we saw. The Adversary is what we like. Adversary and the Tamer are the two crit-oriented ones. We just want one that's particularly high level, so that it has good enough base damage. This can certainly go. Yeah, like that. Oh no, that's not the good... Oh, did we sell the one? We might have sold the one that we really liked. Okay, in theory, it is just a master rarity item. And it's easy enough to come across again. But we do still have one of the high crit damage ones right here. And we could even have some, yeah, that are higher rarity still. Although, in this case, we're talking level 24. Well, that's actually not bad. We are currently using an adversary. Oh, wow. We probably just had a straightforward higher level version of the same weapon, which obviously would have been good to switch to. But, let's see. Let's keep an eye on, like, for this. Yeah, this is just a lower level version of the same type of thing. Okay, but what I really wanted to see was actually the Relic rarity weapons, because those sometimes have pretty nifty things that they break down into. Namely, my rule of thumb is that if they break down into a full-blown valuable gem of some variety, then we probably do want to use them there. Okay, we're not going to do any of the Witcher school stuff that we just created. But yeah, it's all dust. I think probably not good enough to justify breaking them down because they're going to be pretty expensive to break down. And we have now spent a lot of money doing that. Let's go back to selling things and making IBR the poor one, not us. So we're going to hold on to this just in case, although we did perhaps sell one that would have been a little bit preferable. So, oops. Okay, steel though. Steel, I'm pretty content with our steel sword. It's our silver that could potentially use considerably more upgrading. This one has a ton more damage, but we still need one more level before we can do it. It does have some crit damage bonus, so that's not out of the question. Might be worth holding on to just in case. Better base damage, but no crit. Get out of here. Little bit of crit. Tiny bit of damage bonus. Not good enough. Not enough of a difference. We're sacrificing so much crit for it. No crit. Tiny bit of crit. And damage downgrade. No thanks. This, I mean, if we were to get a higher level version of this with the crit damage bonus and crit chance, then that could be a solid option. And we actually have a bunch of them, but we definitely would want pretty high level this to justify sacrificing 54% crit damage bonus, leaving that on the table. So that's kind of hard to swallow. Yeah, let's definitely dump you. And, well, this is perhaps the kind of thing we're talking about, where we are sacrificing 54% crit chance, but, or, well, crit damage bonus. We actually get 5% crit chance, but it has a base damage upgrade. That's level 24. By any chance? And that one's level 22? Okay. So, some options here to at least consider. Now, okay. Oh, this might have been the one that I was fearful that we had accidentally sold. We did, in fact, hold on to it. It's just hiding up here. Okay. So yeah, I think that'll help just kind of thinning out our humongous list of swords, getting to the point where we can more definitively say, okay, the ones that we have remaining are ones that we could legitimately swap over to if we felt like we wanted to, and we have reason why we might actually want to. This one I think is going to go. This is going to go. This is the base type that we like, the adversary, but we want it to be a little bit higher level. Yeah, like this one's... Yeah? Okay, yeah, I was going to say, for a second I thought the high level version had lower damage, but no, they're both just lower than what we have right now. And so, yeah, that's still not going to be... Probably not going to be good enough. Yeah, I mean, actually, it's the same thing that we have right now. It's just one level lower. Yeah, so that's definitely going to go in that case. And you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Right? Yep, you're gone. You're definitely gone. You're very gone. We could actually get some runestones back if we broke this down into components. I'm not sure that's really worth the effort, though. I think we'll just take the coins, and with those coins, we could probably buy runestones anyway, and we have enough lying around at this point that shouldn't really be an issue. And then it's kind of a decent base in that it does have some crit chance, but it's not as good as what we have right now, and it has significantly lower damage, so dump ya. And dump ya as well. And then we're on to all the Witcher School swords that we just created, so we're definitely not going to sell those. IBR is still holding on to a reasonable sum of money here. So in that case, you know what, dude? We're just going to turn around, and we're going to sell some chestplates to you as well, because we have, well, any type of armor for that matter. Plenty of that. Plenty of that to go around, and that is why we are still looking at over 1,200 weight in items right now. So let's get dumping in that case. I actually think it might be best to go top to bottom. Let's start with just the common rarity items, though, because that's pretty safe to say that probably going to sell all this and don't even need to look at if any of it's any good. I mean, potentially, if it's a higher level than our existing gloves, might be an armor upgrade, but I think overall not going to be good enough to replace what we have. And probably same story with Master Rarity, but potentially worth a quick check like this. I mean, we would like to keep light armor if possible, so like, if it's light armor and it has some benefits to it, then we could consider it. But these heavy or medium armors, I think definitely not. Like this one does have an armor upgrade, yes. Yeah, like our existing gloves are only level 20, which is pretty low at this stage for us. We'd lose out on a fair bit of resistances, and it's the crit hit chance, which is what really stands out to me with these gloves. Getting some offense out of gloves is pretty interesting. I think we'll still sell those. Then magic rarity. Actually, sound intensity is interesting, although maybe not the sign that we'd be most interested in specifically. So I think we dump you. When? No thanks. Also heavy. Also, you're heavy. As are you. And we have multiple pairs of Relic Rarity gloves. These are heavy. Whoa! 50% crit damage bonus, though. That's pretty awesome. It's like exactly what we'd love to have, but at the same time, from a heavy armor. Rather unfortunate. 10% crit chance. In fact, these are just a higher level version of our existing gloves, so that's definitely sticking around. These are higher still. Okay, so I'm thinking we stick with these Assassin's Gauntlets and then dump the rest of these, or we didn't look at breaking down our armor into components, which would potentially be worth doing. Did not even, well, yeah, just didn't look at it at all before. And we have so much stuff here. The game's like kind of acting a little slow, like, oh, you sure, Lids? Sure you want to scroll through all this stuff that you have? I don't know if I want to do it for you. I don't know if I want to do it. But let's take a look. So, okay, the gloves, at least in this case, for the Assassin's gloves, are quite bad to break down into components, and Nilfgaardian Guardsman Gauntlets pretty bad as well. So gloves, I think, are probably off the table in terms of breaking down. The pants, get a general sense. I'm thinking it's probably going to be mostly the chest plate that we might consider doing. Steel plates is something that might be, between that and the dark iron ore, this might be worth doing. So I think that is decent value for paying 23 coins for it. It is also worth more to sell it, though. We might just opt to sell. I think at this point, we have tons of crafting materials. I mean, we're going to have tons of money as well by the time we're done selling all of our stuff. I'm not terribly concerned about min-maxing all that stuff at this point. Just looking for if there's like something that is clearly way better to break down into components. Then we can do that. Which is likely to be more so in the Relic Rarity territory. But even that's looking like it's basically the same materials. So I don't, and now we're on to boots and pants as well, but I don't think I'm seeing much that is changing my mind here. It's looking like it's all going to be just sell, not break down, unless I think the thing that could potentially differ would be the chest plates. So I think those will start to show some new types of materials, like maybe not these relatively normal ones, relatively common ones, but as we start to get into the rare, like here, again, cured draconid leather and dark steel plates, that might be worth doing. It is also, again, worth a lot, though, to sell. So that's kind of the price you have to consider, or the factor you need to consider in your mind is, like, how do you compare selling them for a higher price versus the quality of the items you're getting in return? I think pretty confident that we have enough both crafting materials and, well, money as well, that we can probably just sell pretty much all this. Like, if the best stuff we're getting is cured draconid leather, I think you can buy that off of many shopkeepers. So as long as we're just loading up on the monies, then that shouldn't really be a barrier. And then occasionally looking at some meteorite, but we have lots of that. Redanian Special Forces insignia. That's interesting. We don't have any of those yet, but that's mostly just like a little meme item, right? We have some of those for Temeria and I think for Nilfgaard as well, but not yet Redania. That'd be kind of cool just to get one, but not that that's like actually necessary. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing like it is changing a little bit on occasion what the stuff we see here is, but I think still nothing dramatic enough to change my mind here. You know, it's not like we're seeing, for example, like a full-blown diamond, which on occasion, like that's like ruby dust we see. Like we're not seeing full-blown jewels, which that's sort of the scale I'm looking for. Something that could potentially make me change my mind. Meteorite ingot is like something. Glowing ore ingot is a little tempting. At the same time, this is very valuable. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're just going to sell all this. Assuming that IBR can handle buying all this stuff, which he probably won't, but... What's up, Diamond Blade? How are you? Doing well. I am now just selling a ridiculous, I mean ridiculous amount of stuff to the shopkeeper because we basically just spent an eternity looting a bunch of stuff, sailing the 7 seas, and instead of stopping over in town to sell occasionally when we became encumbered, we deliberately just kept on trucking along, even with our crazy overfull inventory. And now we are looking to dump all those things on somebody. And this is the person who will be buying all this stuff from us. So I theorize as to how much our various items might be worth and how much we might spend on crafting things after that, what materials we might get if we broke things down into their crafting components. But only now are we starting to see all that stuff turn into a reality. So curious to see what the final result is. I think I did just sell one of our fancy schmancy Skelga pants, which we had been holding on to for a while, but alright, so be it. Oh no, they might have just been normal cavalry trousers of some variety, which, to tell you the truth, might also be something that we could consider switching over, because, yeah, we're using feline trousers at the moment, which are level 17, so I have to imagine we can, in fact, upgrade these if we were to find someone who actually can upgrade them, which I initially thought was this guy here, but apparently isn't. So, maybe don't jump to conclusions here in terms of other items that we would swap in. But, would potentially be worth holding on to if we find, like, say, a light armor that has better armor rating and still has decent resistances, then that could be worth just keeping around as an option to swap over at some point. So, like, say, level 26 cavalry trousers, for example, might be worth just hold on to for a little bit and seeing once we do, in fact, try to upgrade our our existing armor, how it compares. But I think all these ones are going to be heavy or medium, so we'll definitely dump those. Even if they look like they're better, statistically, it comes with a penalty when they are heavy armor that will make it so that we use our stamina more quickly, which is most of the time, well, it's something that we've been trying to avoid doing. We've been trying to make it so that our stamina's coming back as quickly as possible, so we can cast more signs, basically use our magic more aggressively. I'm gonna keep these fancy shoes around, though, because I wanted to try to keep a round of fancy clothes on for special occasions, but I did, I believe, perhaps accidentally sell our fancy pants. Well, look at you, Lids, Mr. Fancy Pants. Now, we'll sell... That was all the common rarity boots previously. Now we're going up to Master Rarity. I still think this is pretty unlikely we're going to find anything that we would see as an upgrade here. Only once we start getting to the higher rarity still will that start to become a possibility, I think. Oop, hold on. Oh. Now we're back up to chest plates because I accidentally moved, but hold on. There we go. Back to the boots. Dump you guys. And so the number that you're seeing on the right-hand side of the screen, above where my cursor is right now, that 8,609 coins, that's how many coins that our shopkeeper that we are trading with currently has, whereas the number that you're seeing in the top left corner is how many coins we have. So for a while there, we'd actually done or had this guy craft so many things for him, and we paid so much for him to craft those things for us, that he had more money than us, but now we are returning the favor, in a way, by Will. Turn around and selling all this stuff to him until he goes broke. What's up, Crystal Lily? How are you? How's it going? Let's see. So we're gonna, again, just kind of keep an eye out for any light armors here that might potentially be worth holding on to. But this is magic rarity, which is the second highest. So probably not going to find it here. Now we're getting to the relic rarity, which is the highest. So this is possible. But I think, yeah, this is still heavy. This is light. The lower level, yeah, it's not really an upgrade for us. This is the same type of boots we currently have. In fact, same level even, but slightly worse rolls. Okay, I suppose we'll dump it. Marginally better armor. We'd sacrifice resistances and armor piercing in order to get adrenaline point gain. I don't think I like that as much. I think we'll sell this then. This is same thing we currently have, same level. It is, even though they both say plus 56 to armor piercing, it says that the pair that we are not currently wearing is one worse than the pair that we currently have on. So, not sure how that one works out. But I suppose we'll sell it, because it is functionally the same. And these, marginally better armor, but don't have the additional offensive bonus of having the armor piercing, so I think we dump these as well. I'm doing alright, yeah. We had spent a really long time looting stuff in this one specific area of the game, and only now are we getting the chance to cash in all of our things that we did loot. So I'm looking forward to seeing just how much this adds up to, because we perhaps went a little bit overkill on that front with all of our looting, and so sort of, you know, ask ourselves in the back of our mind, like, was it worth it? I don't know. Hard to say until we actually see what the ultimate benefits of it will be. And so only now are we starting to get the chance to get a better sense of what that's going to be. Now we are onto the chest plates, and so this will be the last group of armors for us to sell here, and this is just normal rarity stuff. Definitely dump all this. We'll see some things that have higher armor rating, yes, but that's probably just going to be because they're medium or heavy armors, whereas we're wearing light armor right now. So I'm just going to, I did once again sell our fancy jacket. So perhaps we'll need to restock on fancy stuff on some some future occasion, if we do actually find ourselves needing to do so. But it was mostly just a meme. just a meme to see if we ever found the need to look nice for a special occasion. Which reminds me, actually, did we dress up for our date of sorts with Yen? I don't think we did. Then again, I mean, our date with our significant other did largely turn into us fighting stuff. So, you know, putting on fancy clothes rather than actual armor maybe wouldn't have been the best idea in that occasion. Okay, so now we're up to second lowest rarity, Master, which is a little bit misleading, but okay. And he still has 4,455 coins, so he can still take more. At some point, he is going to go broke, and we will no longer be able to sell things to him. That's something to bear in mind, and he did go broke a while back, but then we started buying all the craft, or doing all the crafts with him, and we made him rich, at least temporarily. So we are playing with his wallet in many ways. And at this point, I mean, some of this armor could potentially be decent for us. Okay, now he has become broken. Yeah, that's the thing, is the chest plates are going to be worth a lot more money. So suddenly, he cannot afford these. So what we can either do is go back to breaking things down into components, or we can have him craft additional things for us. Now, I thought there was going to be more for him to craft, because I thought he could create armor, but apparently he cannot. He can only create swords and generic crafting materials. So, yeah, that may mean that at least for the moment, we are done with you. And I think what we try to do here...
So long.
...is now that we've made you broke, we track down someone who can actually create armor. And so that guy that we were just talking to is the master craftsman. He is the best weaponsmith, but I thought he could also make... Oh, I'm headed in the wrong direction, I think. Thought he could also make armor, but apparently I was wrong. We may need specifically someone who specializes in armor instead. Because we do have some... let's see, toward our green marker? Yeah, in this direction. We do have a fair bit of upgrades we can make to our armor and new things to craft altogether. So that is probably the way in which we will spend a lot of our coins. Roach, come on. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Okay. So yeah, I'm hopeful that we will find that we can in fact still upgrade / create new armor for us. Otherwise, I'm not sure where we would make it happen. Okay, let's see. So it's over on this side of town. It actually will be in the center of town here. I swear, this place was not as crowded as this previously, for whatever reason.
Move on.
Okay, now the person I have in mind is this guy over... Is he in this corner? He's in this square. This is the book dude. I think he's... we'll just, you know, like, run everyone over. Is it in the opposite corner, perhaps? Alright, maybe we get off the horse. Maybe we get off the horse.
Another sleepless night.
This guy over here. This is the guy I'm looking for. Unless he has left his shop because it is nighttime. He has left his shop because it is nighttime. Alright. In that case, one moment while we take a quick power nap. What time is it? It's 9 p.m. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. He's not working at 9 p.m. When does he open the doors? At 10, 11 a.m.? Something like that? Presumably he'll be here now. So this guy is not as skilled, but he is someone who I believe is an armorer. Yeah, I mean, his name is Armor, despite the fact that he's telling us top-notch swords. So, like, this is basically what I want, is Mastercrafted armor. So, can you make it? But I don't think you can.
Mastercrafted armor.
Can you do it?
Think
I didn't think you could.
Ooh, I did get my journeyman's papers, but I've yet to make anything akin to a masterwork. You might try in Velen. A dwarf there goes by Fergus. He might help. Guildsmen claim there's no one better anywhere south of the Ponta.
Really? Tell you what, actually, that reminds me. That reminds me. So, we're looking for a master armor smith, but we don't currently have one because apparently we only have a master weaponsmith. We actually have a quest that I forgot about, that we did all the difficult stuff in a different area, and now that we are back in the Velen Novgrad area, we can actually finish it. It is called Master Armor, so if ever there was a time for us to get or unlock, find access to a Master Armor, I would have to imagine this is probably it. So why don't we bring the tools to Fergus here? That might actually be the person we're looking for in this case. So I think we've done just about everything that we need to do from a weapon standpoint. We basically made all the best weapons that we can make at this point with all of our crafting recipes. Now we're just looking for the armors, and if this is our person, then we have a lot of business to do with them in that case. So we'll take the fast travel location because we are encumbered right now because we currently have 547 weight units of items right now. Because we have so much stuff that we're hogging. I mean, we're at 1,000. We were at basically twice this previously. So we're making progress in that regard. Okay, so it is over here. Technically speaking, we might also have the main quest trying to point us in this direction as well. I don't really want to do that just yet. We're close, but there are a few things that I think we want to do first. So we are supposed to talk to the Baron who may be here, although I suppose he left? I don't actually know where he is right now. This was, at one point in time, his spot. But, at least for the moment, that's not what we'll focus on. So, I believe the person we're looking for is, I mean, so long. When was the last time we were in here? Months ago? Several. Like, many months ago. I don't know. Possibly as many as 5? Something like that. But anyways, we're looking for the guy who is up and in this direction. Basically in the more castle-like area. And we had to pick up some crafting materials for him. Some, like, master craftsman materials. In order for him to actually be able to create things for us, supposedly. This is the dwarf we're looking for. Fergus. Oh, excuse me.
How may I assist you?
We have finally gotten the tools that you were requesting.
Went to Unvik a while ago. Found these.
Well, goose kick me. These look like the real thing.
Because they are. Look at the markings. Authentic. How did you get them?
We may or may not have slain a giant. Unimportant. What matters is we got him. Now, it wasn't easy, but I'm hoping... Oh, I didn't realize we were actually, like, selling these to them, but I suppose we're selling these to them.
Wasn't easy, so I'm hoping for a good price
Harold.
on that armor of mine.
Oh, and they promised to give us a good armor, I think.
Lieutenant General of the 2nd Mounted Army.
I swear, if this guy comes in and says, now I'm going to take this really nice armor and you don't get any, Geralt, then I'm not going to be pleased.
Humble establishment. A true honor to host one of such renown.
Alright, what's the deal, buddy old pal?
Connoisseur and collector of armor. This is true. And they call you a master of the craft.
Also, his face is not moving.
Kind, sir. Truly.
He's a
I need a
ventriloquist.
suit of armor, heavy,
Now
able to withstand piercing projectiles.
Piercing projectiles? Oh, bolts, you mean? That ain't easy. Needs a special alloy. Tempering.
The new tools. We can do it. Stoke the fire. I'll ready the rest.
Bold, your worker. You allow her much.
You know how it is, General. Good help's hard to come by. We should go outside. There's business to discuss.
Are you not outside right now?
It's always the same. I've had enough.
What about my armor? No, what do you mean?
Enough?
They treat me like I'm nobody. The menial labour. Truth is, The Nilfgaardian, the one Fergus is kissing up to, I'll have to craft his armour. Yours too, for that matter.
So what's Fergus do?
You're the actual craftsman?
Horseshoes, nails, not much else he can do, seeing as he cocks up simple bungs. But in the end, they call him Master. No one'd ever think I could be a skilled armourer, a human and a woman to boot. A dwarven blacksmith, that's another story.
Interesting. So what, you basically are the secret craftsman? Everyone thinks it's him, but it's actually you. And you're possibly the best craftsman out there? And that's pretty rough to not get credit for what you're doing in that case. Yeah, so this is saying, like, Fergus shouldn't allow it. You should be the main person here. Whereas gotta say hard to believe is basically saying we don't think you're telling the truth. No, I think she's telling the truth.
If that's the case, stand your ground. Don't let him treat you like this.
You're the one who holds the cards here.
Not anymore. He can craft the Nilfgaardian's armour himself. I'll make another suit, and we'll see which one's better.
Oh, this will be
I need
glorious.
one thing I can't get on my own. Would you help me?
Oh,
Depends what it is.
To finish the armour, I'll need to harden it, quench it in a bath.
Huh?
Oil's what we usually use, but I want to use acid.
oh,
Kicky Moors and Archgriffins spit acid.
Archgriffins? Draconic griffins, you mean? Baron's men came by a few days back, said they'd seen one north of Crow's Perch. It had killed some folk out there.
you don't say. We might have a griffin to fight. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Bound to be a notice posted for the Griffin anyway. Could kill two beasts with one stone.
We might have already fought it, in
Fine.
fact.
I'll see what I can do.
I don't know if we can only fight the griffin once we
And
speak to you.
I'll prove I'm better than Fergus. And I'll craft armour for you, lots of it. The kind no other armourer can.
Okay, let's see. So quest update, get the gland acid from the Archgriffin. It does say that we still need to get it. So let's see. Get gland acid from an Archgriffin. World map. Where? Right up here? Alright. Let's make it happen. Oh, hold on. Wait, what? There's a notice board here? Okay, for a second I thought it was actual quests. But we've certainly been here before. I would have to imagine we've already looked at this notice board, but perhaps there are new things here now that we've spoken to you? Soothsayer, honest Soothsayer? Just trying to see if there's anything that we... Ah, Griffin in the Highlands. Okay, so yes, maybe we missed this and would have seen it before. Read close if you want to earn good coin and help your fellow men. In the hills north of Crow's Perch, some sort of beast lurking about. A griffin, it would seem. Kill it, bring the trophy to the quartermaster of Crow's Perch, and you'll get a fitting reward. If you don't give a whit about your fellow men, and don't have the bulks to face a griffin, stay far away from that place, or else you'll end up as the beast's dinner. Which I suppose means, if you're feeling suicidal, you can go right ahead. Waltz up to the monster and end your sorry life. Nah, we got this taken care of. We got this taken care of. I think all this stuff is going to be probably things we've already seen. So can we say negotiate a price on this griffin? As if it is, yeah, a normal Witcher contract. It does seem like perhaps we can. It is showed up as a Witcher contract. But no, it's saying just go straight over and find it. Okay. So it's interesting. It's an overlapping quest in that case. Just quite rare. I mean, it does happen primarily with main story quests. We'll see like little side quests that kind of tangentially affect it. But very rarely a Witcher contract that affects other things. But okay. Let us resummon Roach. Get over there more quickly. Come on, Roach.
Come on.
Come on. And we'll check it out. I mean, in theory, we could have learned about this Griffin previously, had we seen that notice earlier, and just done this Griffin fight before we actually got the tools they needed. However, I think it was, what, listed as 24 or something like that, which would have been difficult, but potentially doable. before we went to Skellige. Now that we've been to Skellige, we gained a lot of levels. We're level 27, so this should be relatively straightforward, especially seeing as how we did fight a Basilisk that was level 32 not so long ago, and we basically two-shot it.
That's it, Roach.
So this may not be much more difficult. It might even be easier. But we shall see. Are you guys bandits? I'm thinking you might be bandits. You are, in fact, bandits. I mean, sure. I suppose we'll fight you. Also, Geralt, if you could, like, dismount, that'd kind of be preferable. These guys are also, like, level 7. So we could probably sneeze. Hello. We could probably sneeze on them, and they would die. Get back here. How you like that? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll give you another round, maybe? Oh, your friend came in to save you. Not gonna be so lucky this time around, buddy. Go ahead, try me. Try me. Oh, what? Did the horse just kick us? I didn't even know that was possible. I did not even know that was possible. Alright, finish you off. Get a little bit more loot on top of all the stuff that we were just selling. I suppose there was a time when I was saying we might deliberately try not to pick up anything else, at least for the time being, while we're in the Velen Novigrad area, to get as clean a calculation as possible with regard to just how much monies did we make off of specifically the things that we picked up when we were exploring Skellige. But, I mean, that was just a tiny bit there. I think we are close to where we're looking to run into the Griffin now. Actually, I'm not even sure if our... Might have been following our custom marker when it's really our quest marker we should be following, but it's close either way. Oh, okay. I did mark the custom marker on the quest marker. Okay.
That's
so,
it, Roach.
away we go. And it will be a Griffin, which I know we were just looking at. It's over here. Let's quickly save before we get ourselves into a fight. But Griffins are... Are they Draconids? Or are they hybrids? I think they might actually be hybrids. Because they look like basilisks, and they look like cockatrices, but I think they're actually significantly different in that way. Mechanically, the way in which you fight them is similar to those, but no, they are in fact a hybrid. And do we have an entry specifically for an Archgriffin? I don't think we do. Presumably, Griffin will suffice. Hybrid oil and Ard sign makes sense. We'll knock it out of the sky with Ard and then increase our damage with the hybrid oil. Okay. Let's preemptively throw in a Quen, perhaps. Hello? In theory, there is a Griffin here somewhere. Use our Witcher senses. Ah, there we go. Track you down. This looks like something over here. Perhaps even a cave in which we might find you. Seems as though that might be the direction in which this is headed. Where'd you go from here? This.
Archgriffin feather. Must have lost it when taking off. Hopefully its nest is nearby.
Okay. You know, now you're just gonna give us a huge circle in which to search? Alright, well I see this. Is that just a little cliff, like a little stone, or does that actually open up into a cave? It definitely does not. Okay. So just keep your eyes peeled here. For anything red. Basically what we're looking for. Oh, I think we found an Archgriffin. Never mind tracking down tracks. I'm pretty sure it's right here. Let's throw on a hybrid oil real quick to increase our damage. And then we will be good to go. Was that... No, that's Curse. Here it is. Okay. And our weapon is kind of damaged. We could... It is quite damaged. We probably should repair it. let's do that real quick. It's on 22%, I think that was, so 90% would be a little bit of an over repair. What if we do 40 and 40 would be slight over repair? I think that will be fine. Okay. Good to go. Let's get Ard ready to go as well. Knock you out of the sky. You're too far away for us to do that at the moment, though. But that was strange. Whoa! Hello! Okay, that was quite the range you have on that attack, I will admit. Did not think you could hit us from there. Also, Geralt, if you could perhaps keep that sword drawn, because although the Griffin may have technically run away from us, I do think we are probably about to get back into a tussle of swords with it. Perhaps right now. Okay, now it can basically fly at us. Ridiculous as it may... Oh, come on, dude. Get back here. Yeah, so it does seem like it'll kind of back up a bit, and then it'll do a charge up a big charge. They're gonna try to possibly even shoot poison at us. Apparently you can do. Hello. Okay, do we still... We do not still point on. We should get our shield on. Our shield is not ready to go on yet. Our shield is now ready to go on. You missed with your poison. Nice try. Maybe next time. We are now ready to knock you out of the sky when you are about to fly up again. Or do... What the heck was that? Some kind of scream that was going to deal damage to us? Are you running away? No, you are not running away. You are running at us, in fact. That is the opposite of running away, I would say. We can potentially shoot you down from the sky with, like, a crossbow. Or, I mean, that's not really what I wanted to do. I actually was hoping we'd say had the crossbow on for that. Not sure that really makes a difference, but... Alright, Arch Griffin down. And bring on a not-so-pleasant animation in the not-so-distant future. And also, this is the quest item for the blacksmith, and then this is the item for the Witcher contract. No way. Oh, yes, animation. For a second, I thought we were going to get by without it. I mean, you can't really see much of anything when the wing is blocking it like that. No, you can. You can. Thanks for stopping by, Joel. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good night. Alright, so that should be it for here. And actually, what is this little house here? Have we been here? Hold on. Okay, this is the actual nest, clearly. On the map, it looks like there's some kind of house here. You see this? Look at our mini-map in the top right corner. It looks like there's a building here, when the only thing that we have is a Griffin nest. I mean, I suppose you can kind of see the rubble and stuff as if perhaps the Griffin destroyed some kind of building and then made a nest out of it. But it still seems a little bit odd. Either way, let's head back. And we should actually mark it on our map just in case. So it's going to be, yep, right here. Okay.
Let's go.
Some kind of bandits here. Don't much care for you. You didn't hear what happened to your friends? Wild dogs. It's been a long time since we saw wild dogs. I don't think they're even already on Skellige. Perhaps just the white wolves, I think. This is the place we're looking for. We just need to get to the entrance. Now Geralt has decided, yeah, we've left those wild dogs
Run, Roach.
way back there, and so we'll probably throw away our sword now. Fair enough. Okay. So where is the actual entrance? I thought it was over here. A little bit further? A little bit further. So we have two things to turn in. Both the Witcher contract and the quest for the crafting stuff. So I'm thinking maybe we do the Witcher contract, turn that in first, because I think that's going to be more straightforward. So let's mark that as our active quest, because I'm not entirely sure who that or where the quartermaster is. Okay, that actually is the one that we have activated right now, not the
Come on, Roach.
the other one for the blacksmith. I think it is still up in this other area in the center of Crow's Perch, where there's sort of this fortress. Yeah, just, well, one door over, one stall over. Baron's Guard. Who's actually the quartermaster? Excuse me? Which one of you is the quartermaster? Where's the quartermaster? I was told the quartermaster was over here. Are you you don't look like a quartermaster. Guard. Henchman.
What the? Think I got
Henchman.
these.
Henchman. Guard. What time of day is it? It's like about to be nighttime. Perhaps? Took a little break at... Oh, it's 5 p.m.? I don't know, man. I think you gotta stick around at 5 p.m. I'd have some customers. I suppose we'll rest until midday. And presumably, if he actually wasn't there, then he'll show up now. Though he may actually be in a slightly different area. Like, is he upstairs, perhaps? No, now he's here. This is it. Okay.
Fancy a gander at our little stockpile.
We actually killed the Griffin, is the reason why we're here.
Heard you had a Griffin problem.
Aye. Killed some villagers north of Crow's Perch. Folk came complaining to the Baron. He finally wearied of all the lamenting, offered a reward for the beast's head.
Good thing, too. I could use some crowns.
Could use some.
Well, folks say all kinds of shite about you lot. We've got to give a witcher his due. Here, fair pay for a fair day's work.
So we did not get a chance to negotiate that in advance. So I'm curious how much this is going to be from a coin standpoint, because this is back in Velen. Yeah, where perhaps, since this was one of the first places we went, not going to be the most rewarding, even if it was relatively high level, at least for things in Velen. So now let's head over here and chat with... Is it technically going to be... Probably going to you, technically, Joanna.
You're back. So, got the acid?
Indeed.
Use it carefully. It's about as caustic as things come.
I know. It's burned many a man where I come from. Armor's
She's
ready.
from Skellige, I think
Now
she
for the
said
last
at one point,
touch.
right?
We'll soon see who's better, Fergus or me.
Alright, let's see then.
Geralt, it's done.
Oh,
Looks very professional.
Welcome, General. Armor's all ready. Came out splendid, if I do say so myself.
oh. So that's his.
Rather coarse. I trust the appearance does not reflect the quality.
General, I've also made a suit, if you please.
What is the meaning of this?
Take a look. I think you'll be impressed. It's better. You want to see artisan, not Fergus? I mean, both of these are true. Check it out.
Exactly what it looks like. Joanna crafted a suit of armor for you, General, to prove she's the superior armorer.
For God's sake, Joanna, what do you think you're doing?
Samaria remains a wild land, it seems. Insubordination of this kind is not something we Nilfgaardians allow.
If I may, General, I am Fergus's subordinate in appearance alone. It's what we agreed, as few would ever believe a woman to be a better armorer than a dwarf.
Oh, the truth comes
All right.
out.
I, for one, do not think it possible. But
Take a
you are
look.
confident in your abilities. Let us put them to the test. Not on dummies, in live combat.
I mean, take a look at the armor, dude.
Oh,
One of them
quite
looks like it was made
proud.
by a child, the other one
You
looks like it was
there.
made by a
Put
professional.
on this armor.
Random dude,
I'm
put on the
just
armor.
here to show me yours.
Mine is not a request.
General, I crafted this armor for a man. It can't fit me properly.
Then find another to wear it.
Geralt,
Something tells
will
me.
you help?
Yeah, we're probably that guy. About the test, I am kind of curious what we can learn about it, but nah, we'll help you.
Fine. Hope I won't regret this.
Don your armor, both.
What could
gonna
possibly
wait
go
outside.
wrong, right? Look at that guy's silly armor. So what happens if we actually like throw this? What if we deliberately lose this fight? I mean, I don't really want to, but at the same time. Elder and Sergeant, what? Oh, what? I can't move. Oh, that's because you're about to shoot us.
Does this look
Oh!
like armor that stops bolts? Compensate the man. Now, let us see.
I'm not sure how you're gonna compensate him because I'm pretty sure he's dead. But we're up next. You miss? Either you shot us in the face, that's really what it looked like, or you missed.
Gonna live?
Like, I'm gonna test your armor. Don't move.
This armor's rubbish.
Shoot you in the face.
Stand. I wish to see the armor.
Just, you know, don't mind
Not
us. Our
even a
hand
dent.
goes through it.
I am not easily impressed, but I must admit you have succeeded, my dear. Where to, dwarf? You must hear this. The forge is now Miss Joanna's. She will also assume Old Nilfgaardian army requisitions. Is that clear?
Aye, as day.
Ah, justice is served.
Your pay for the armor. I will send a man to collect it.
Interesting choice of words.
I'll be going too, methinks. Just get my things.
Wait. We needn't part ways, Fergus. You've been a good helper. We could go on that way. But without the lie.
We did make quite the pair.
Well then, go stoke the fire. We've got a customer. He needs armor fit for a witcher. You weren't certain the armor would protect you. Admit it.
I mean, the bolt didn't hit us in the armor anyway. If anything, it hit us squarely in the face. Either that or it just missed altogether. But we believed you.
Master craftsmanship's something I trust in, something I strive for myself. Wouldn't have asked for legendary tools from Undvik and Archgriffin acid if you didn't know what you were doing.
That's true.
Thank you for trusting me. Give us a few days and your armor will be ready. Come on, let me help you get out of that.
Whoa there, slow down. Unlocked access to a Master Armor Services. Now you can craft equipment. Wait. That's great. It does appear as though this is in fact the Master Armorer. My question then is, how the heck did we make this stuff? How did we make the feline armor and the feline trousers if we didn't have access to a master armor previously? That's why I thought that Hattori was our master armor as well, because somehow we got these even though we didn't have access to a master armor. So, not sure how exactly that worked out. But apparently, we somehow magically came across these or found some other means in which to get them. But presumably, this is the person we were looking for to further upgrade our feline armor and or create alternative versions of Witcher School armor from the other Witcher schools. So that'll be another way for us to burn a bunch of our monies and probably sell a bunch of this armor stuff to you in that case. So looking forward to getting the chance to do more of that.